We have a special treat today. Ravenbound, the long awaited roguelite open world actions have consequences game, just released a demo, and we are going to play said demo and experience the roguelite in all of its glory. Now, so far, again, demo, so we're going to be as kind as we can be. It does not seem optimized at all. I'm running on a 2080, so I know it's not like the greatest hardware in the world anymore, but holy cow, these frame drops, the slowness is bad. But again, it is a demo. I know they're still working on it, so, you know, obviously I can't fault them for something that they should and still have time to fix. So I've been waiting for this game for so long, and I can't wait to try it out. Holy cow, though. How slow it is. Oh, I feel it's going to crash. Okay. I can't even do the tutorial hardly. An enemy with a knockback attack. Is that not a knockback attack? I feel like that's a knockback attack. Okay, we're gonna try and drop these settings all the way down to make this playable. Let's drop these settings. This is already okay. That's better. That's better. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing there. Am I just supposed to stop fighting this guy? Like, I don't get it. Oh, there we go. Okay. I almost had a Cuphead moment there. I just didn't read directions. That's on me. That's on me. Even with the lowest graphics and playing in a small windowed mode, I'm still getting that, huh? Okay, switch between targets. Hold for a guard break. Okay, pretty simple. I am not impressed with this demo at all so far, but we'll give them a try. Dodge right before an enemy hits you becomes a perfect dodge. Okay. All very basic controls. So far, this doesn't feel too Dark Soul-y. And as you know, I am not a fan of Dark Souls, so I'm glad for that. Though the combat's kinda close. But that also could be some of the sluggishness from all the lag, so we'll see. Let's get into this open world. Can open the inventory screen, okay. Make your way through the challenges. So that's the whole gimmick, is this is a roguelite with permanent death where your choices matter. So this open world, let's see what we got here. You can guard. Okay, that's nothing special, nothing to write home about. Still nothing groundbreaking here, but we're excited for this still. Build up focus. Okay, we activated that accidentally on the dummy. Get that frenzy. Welcome in, everyone. This is Ravenbound, the roguelite that matters. Alright, so Surge drains focus, treasure chest with, I'm guessing, a tool. Okay. I was not expecting that. Was not expecting a grappling hook. That is certainly an interesting addition to the game. Can I use that, like, to get all the way up there? No? Maybe? I really didn't expect a grappling hook. Yeah. Okay, so what do I get for breaking the bounds with it? Doing a little bit of exploring. Anything? Anything special for getting up here? No? Okay. So elites, on their health bar, I can see if they're legendary elites or rare elites or... I'm guessing that just means that they're tougher to beat. Elites drop fragments on their elements and rarities. Okay. You need to find 3 fragments to use them. Okay, but why? What does it do for me? I mean, I know it's a tutorial. I know it's going to explain some things eventually, but an explanation now would be good. Again, I know it's a tutorial area, but shouldn't I get rewarded for exploring a little bit? Shouldn't there be something in this world? Like, the whole point of having an open world is that you're supposed to be able to be rewarded for exploring in. So far, it's nothingness. Killing my hype for the game a little bit so far. This is exactly why games don't release demos anymore, though, is because people play the demos like for Forspoken and then decide not to play the game or buy it anymore because it's not very good. And I'm hoping that's not what happens here, but... Is there like a back attack if I can get behind this person? Do I get like a bonus for sneak attack? Or is that 2 Dark Souls? Okay, so we get another fragment. Alright, so we got a treasure chest. So the treasure chests give you the card that go to your hand, and that's like the gimmick of this roguelite, is you get cards that like increase things during your run. So I get 2 mana. I don't know what that does for me. I don't know what mana does. I didn't know I had mana, but... Try to find a new card to spend your mana. Okay. You would think that mana is one of those things that doesn't need to be explained in a modern video game, but apparently it does still. Doesn't look like you grab edges super well. Doesn't seem to be a stamina bar so far, which I am happy for. I am not a fan of stamina bars. Especially in open world games where it's like, okay, moving around is a heavy focus, so we're going to punish you for moving around. Like, does look like you can cancel some of your attack animations, which is also good. That's one of the main things I hate about Dark Souls, is you're so committed to your attack that even if you dodge, you're not going to dodge while you're attacking. So that is a good thing. Alright, we've collected our fragments, and you're able to empower them. Lets you draw 3 cards from your deck. Okay. When you empower fragments, cards are drawn based on elements and rarities. Okay. Hold LT to compare equipment and select a card. So I can increase my health by 30% or get a slightly better shield. Obviously, the armor's better. So we'll play that card. Okay, now we got some new armor. Find a way to the final challenge. Not me rushing my dad off the phone so I can jump in here. St. Waffle's tearing families apart since 2022. I think technically 2021? I don't remember how long I've been streaming. Welcome in, welcome in. Glad to have you here. Emmy didn't stream today, so I figured I'd pick up the slack and do a stream so y'all can be entertained. Multiple enemies. Some camps have more than one elite, making them dangerous but valuable. Okay. A lot of family drama right now, like you're on the outskirts by sipping the tea. Family drama. It's one of those things that's you're not supposed to like drama, right? You're not supposed to get involved in it, but at the same time it's so alluring to sip on said drama and find out what's all going on. I've drawn relics. Once played, relics are active passively. Okay. Let's increase our damage, I guess. But I don't have enough mana to play it. Like, Emmy's family has drama, and it's not my place to talk about it, but I'm not sure. I know there's some days where it's just like, oh, this is fun to talk about, but I think most days it's more frustrating than fun to talk about. I think she'd rather do without it, so honestly, haven't missed much on this stream so far, though. This game has not been all that I thought it would be. This demo's kind of a bummer so far, but we're gonna press through the demo all the way and see what happens, cause we're here, right? We might as well finish it. Though if this demo's over this fast, like, this is a 16 gig download, and if it only plays for 15 minutes, I'm also going to be super bummed about that, so don't fail me now, demo. Give me a little bit more. Give me a reason to buy this game. Or crash, you know. One or the other. Upcoming spoilers for a TV show that is now 40 or 50 years old, so, you know, if you don't want to hear MASH spoilers, now is the time to leave. But, I just got to the part where Henry Blake dies in MASH, and, like, apparently that was, you know, a huge thing back in the day. Like, that's, a first in TV was to have a main character like that pass away. And, like, by today's standards, it wasn't anything shocking, but I couldn't imagine getting to experience the first TV death, like, of all time. They never died, they're always just written off. Exactly what I'm saying, like, how cool it'd be to experience that for the first time. Like, wow, they did something that's never been done on TV before. And I'm sure that that's happened in modern day, right? Like, there's got to have been some TV moments that we've never experienced before that, you know, happened in the last 20 years. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I'm certain that they exist. Alright, so we're to the actual demo, and the demo just gives you 1 hour to play. You just get a playthrough. and experience the open world, huh? Like I Love Lucy having the beds together. It was first on full-on nudity. TV was new. That's all true. Oh, I know. South Park, they showed Muhammad in one of the episodes. That was a first ever. So that was a big first for TV. I'm sure there was a first on swear words. Probably a lot of firsts. That's actually probably a good video topic. Maybe when I make my next video, that's what's going to have to be on, like the firsts on TV and who got to experience that cartoon nudity. You know, the cartoon nudity, I wish, like, Pandora's box has been opened on the cartoon nudity. Like, as a kid, you're like, whoa, this is so edgy and so cool, and you know we've never gotten to experience anything like this before, and now it's just all the time, everywhere, every single show. And like, so when I'm at work, like I'm working on spreadsheets, right? So it's fairly boring work. So sometimes I'll put on like TV on my cell phone and listen to it while I'm working through spreadsheets. No big deal. I enjoy it. But like, there are other people around, right? So I've got my earbuds in so they can't hear it, but I'm also in a work environment, right? So I have to be super careful about what shows I watch because so many shows just are so inappropriate that even just someone walking by, like, that's an HR thing waiting to happen. So it was hard. Like, I can watch My Little Pony and Care Bears, and outside of that, like, even MASH has a gratuitous amount of what do you call them? Shower scenes. So like, the nudity on TV, I definitely want to put that back in the box. Like, I know being a 13-year-old boy and seeing like movies with nudity, and it was like, oh boy, now I'm sick of it. Please no more nudity on TV. I'm ready to have no more nudity on TV. I know that makes me an old person, but I'm just done with it. There's just too much. We've gone too far. Oh, actually, wasn't the first interracial kiss? That was a really big moment in TV. That was on an older sitcom, though, I think, right? That wasn't a recent one. Let's see. Take the thimble. First interracial kiss was a big one. How do I turn back into my Raven? I thought it said hit B to turn into the Raven. Maybe I... Once the bar is filled with hatred, you'll not be removable until you complete a tomb. Alright, time to test the big one. Is there fall damage? Mr. Rogers putting his foot in the same pool as a black man too. I remember that when Emmy went on a huge, like, Mr. Rogers phase. So I actually knew that one when she talked to me about that one. That was a really big moment on TV. I'm sure at some point. The color, like the first like color, like switching over. There's a huge compilation on YouTube that's super interesting of like TV channels that were broadcasting in black and white, and then they were switching over to color station for the first time, and they were talking about like the switch over, and they made a huge deal out of it. And this is before my time, but I know this is a thing. Like 24-hour programming is a fairly recent endeavor too, as far as I know. Like, if you go far back enough in TV history, was it like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, they would sign off for the night? Like, that was it. You watched that. There was no more TV for the day. They would play, a Star Spangled Banner and show you a picture of the flag and be like, that's it. That's all the TV you get for the day. You don't get to continue watching TV. Everyone's going to bed. You have to go to bed too because there is no more TV. And that is mind-boggling. I can't imagine a world without 24-hour TV because that's all I've ever known, right? That's all we've ever had is 24-hour TV. The idea of that's it, no more, it goes away is mind-boggling. Same thing for the news, right? I know some of the older people in my chat probably remember when news ended, right? You watched the news for 20 minutes or 30 minutes to get the stuff for the day, and then that was it. The news was put away. You didn't have a 24-hour news and fear cycle. You didn't have someone constantly telling you all the bad things that were happening. The news just went away for the day. It's all crazy to think about. It definitely is. I love it. I love thinking about all these things, actually. And, same thing with movies. Like, we have movies like Avatar that break the box office and, do all these crazy things with graphics and CGI. But, like, old movies, like, movie theaters used to work completely differently, right? Like, Revenge of the Sith or a couple of Star Wars movies were in theater for, like, 70 weeks. Like, can you imagine 1 year? A year and a half of just Star Wars in the movie theater? It wasn't... Every movie now only has, a 1 or 2 week lifespan. If a movie's in theaters for more than a month, you're blown away. But it used to be, like, years that the movie would play, which is just incredibly crazy to think about. I know on Reddit yesterday they were talking about dollar movie theaters. I could not imagine getting to go to a movie theater for $1. On the topic of movie theaters, apparently AMC is thinking about having tiers for their seating, where it's like the middle seat is the most expensive seat, and the back seats are the ones that are super close to the screen, are like less premium seats, so they cost a little bit less. And that idea, like, on the surface sounds like a good idea. Like, oh, these tickets, these seats aren't as good, so I pay a little bit less for them. But they're going to go absolutely crazy with that here soon. So they want even less people to come to the movies? Exactly. Because they're going to be like, oh, well, if you want to sit in one of those premium seats, you're going to have to pay the premium price for that. And that just sounds horrible. Okay, how do I turn back into... I have to find a raven tower to turn into a raven. Okay, I'm guessing that's what that red thing is, so let's go check that out. I mean, the movie companies don't care, right? They figured out, Disney Plus has figured out, they don't even need to get you into the theater anymore. You'll pay $30 to watch their movie on your home TV in addition to a Disney Plus subscription. Like, they're going to cut the movie theaters out. Here soon, the only reason to go to the movie theater is to get a movie theater popcorn. So, then that's one person. Like, okay, so crazy idea. Crazy thought. During the height of the pandemic, the height of COVID, a lot of theaters stayed in business by selling popcorn, because people really like movie theater popcorn because there's something different about it. Fun fact, that different, it's not butter on your popcorn. It's literally like freaking canola oil. Like, they're just putting straight oil on your popcorn. Like, don't get me wrong, it's good. I love movie theater popcorn. Look at me. I obviously love movie theater popcorn. But if you wouldn't go to the kitchen right now and just drink canola oil, would you do it on popcorn? And that's what we're all doing. That's what makes it so gooey and good. It's butter flavored oil. So that's what makes it so good and special. But people were going to the movie theaters and buying big popped bags of movie theater popcorn. And like, it's one of those things where it feels like a crime and it's not. You can go into the movie theater and get popcorn without going to see a movie, right? You could just buy the popcorn and then leave. You can buy the popcorn and go home and watch your movie at home. You don't have to stay if you buy the popcorn. So people were going there just to buy the popcorn because they really like it. So, like, that kept them in business, kept them floating, which is really good to see because, we want movie theaters to stick around. Why not just start a movie theater popcorn business? You have one man popping popcorn and selling bags of it with way less overhead than the movie theater. I think you could make money off that. I think a movie theater popcorn stand without the movie theater attached to it probably makes more business sense than opening a theater. So, yeah, that's my new business idea. As a formerly pregnant person, I'd do that. There is something just special about movie theater popcorn. It is undeniable. In my mall, there's a popcorn stall, all different flavors. Yeah, there's it's called Popcorn Fetty, Pop Fetty. They do all sorts of special popcorn flavors, and they're really good. Their ranch flavored popcorn is crazy because it tastes like you're eating crunchy ranch, which you don't think would be good, but it's pretty good. Their dill pickle one is amazing. The problem with it is, like everything else, the reason why it tastes so good is because they just jam it full of fat and sugar. And I've found that, if you get your own movie theater popcorn seasoning, you can get like sugar-free, fat-free one that tastes just as good without all the added calories. So why wouldn't you do that? The whole mall smells like popcorn. I can say with absolute authority that a popcorn or a mall that smells like popcorn is much better than some things that malls can smell like. So I would count your blessings on that one. Our mall is just about ready to unveil their Barnes & Noble. I'm super excited we're going to get a Barnes & Noble. I know Emmy's super excited for it too, so we're really ready for grabbing a coffee, sitting down, reading some books. Speaking of books, all right, next rant. We're on to the next rant already. Salem, where we live, started a horror book club. And, Emmy's all about that horror. And I like horror. I don't necessarily read horror books, but, it's something that Emmy digs. So I thought this would be really fun. So she joined the book club for us. And so they picked our first book to read, which is The Pallbearers Club by Paul Tremblay, Paul Tremblay, Paul T. something. I don't know. Don't know his name. That is, without a doubt, the worst book that I have ever read. Like, it's so pointless. It's been going on and on and on and on, but nothing has happened. I've listened to this book because, I listen to books. I'm an audiobook person, so, listen to them. But I'm 10, 11, 12 hours into this book, and nothing has happened. It's just a never-ending, my life sucks, I'm so sad. Like, why? Why does this book exist? I am so mad at this book, because the premise seemed so good, and now we're reading it, and the first book of the book club, I'm going to have to go to the meeting and be that jerk who's like, so I read the book, and it was awful, and whoever made the book recommendation should not be allowed to make book recommendations again. Like, I would rather read Stephen King's It than read this book again. And that's saying something. Granted, typically I only read, nonfiction. I typically read to learn something, so I understand, a little bit of it's my own fault because it's not typically what I would read, but it's unreadably bad almost. Ooh, okay, I was just wondering, how do I heal? And it looks like you heal through cards, so that's interesting. So if you're able to build your deck, that's going to be a very interesting way to play this game, to watch your deck, kind of strategize what cards you need, having decks that have no healing in them to prioritize other things, but then you can't heal. I think that's going to be interesting. My Barnes & Noble is okay, but not the best. They have no crochet books in stock. I imagine that Barnes and Noble like stays afloat by ordering mass amounts of whatever is going to be popular. You know, the next Harry Potter book or the next whatever book is going to be popular. I imagine that's what keeps them afloat. That and book clubs. I imagine book clubs help keep them afloat too. All right, I'm starting to dig the fighting a little bit more. The graphics still could use some work. You know, there's some choppiness, but I'm starting to feel the fighting quite a bit here. I'm guessing I'm ruining my run by picking up all the hatred. I'm guessing that's going to come back to bite me in the rear at some point. But, you know, like that, I've got 2 hatred fragments. I've got all these nice rewards, though. Ooh, get some money, increase my weapon. Let's get some money. We were looking for a place to heal or something. Alright, so if I drain a card, like, that's a good card. But if I drain... I already have this. I don't really need this, right? So if I drain it, do I get the mana from it? Or I get money from it? Okay, I get money for draining cards, but not mana. It's going to be like Fable and everyone's going to hate you. I can't help it. I can't help but... there's some things, you know, there's some positives. I'll talk about the book. I've worked very hard to come up with a list of positives to say, you know, there's some things about this book that are good, that you know, the author deserves a kudos on, but they're far and few in between. And, like, I know he's a famous writer. Right? I know that I'm going to get flack for it, because I'm pretty sure Paul T. Tremblay is decently famous, so I know it's going to be unpopular. But, you know, when have I ever had the popular opinions is what I think. Okay, do these guys sell me anything, or... Okay, so it looks like maybe the merchants don't work yet, because I talked to them, but they didn't do anything, so... Will these guys talk to me? I hope spring is on its way. But you have a quest for me. Give me the quest. No? No quests? Okay. Alright, how about the gambling person? Can I at least come gamble? No. Okay. So that's not in the game yet, apparently. Well, off we go as a bird. I guess we'll go try and beat the demo. I mean, I could continue to explore, but it feels like all I'm doing by exploring is cursing myself, so... I'm not exactly sure that I'm doing anything good. This, however, looks very nice. Like, this is very nice and enjoyable. This looks very good. It's got some good shading. It's got some interesting things to see. So what do we got? What do we got here? What is this thing? Dexter's here. Hello, Dexter. Welcome in, welcome in. Alright, what do we discover? What is this? You won 5. So in the bottom right-hand corner of the stream is the stream avatars game. and that lets you, look and interact with chat. And there, every now and then they launch a star, and then if you catch the star, you get extra points. So, time to find out if there's fall damage. There is not fall damage. Don't have to worry about that. Alright, so shield has a cooldown. Alright, here we go. 3 Ellery Blessings is what we need. Oh, there's that wonderful lag. Dungeon's giving me some Skyrim vibes. Skeletons, drab colors, long hallways. Very, very Skyrim-y. I found 2 potential players for our Bible D&D game. I'm hoping to get one more, and we'll start trying to work that out, and hopefully Thursdays will be dedicated to Bible D&D. And we can enjoy something new. Alright, with Frenzy, let's get those criticals going. There we go. I've been here the whole time. Dex comes in, wins the game. All you have to do is touch the star. You just gotta walk up to it. Oh, that's not good. Broke my shield. Alright, phase 2. Phase 2. Ooh, new moves. No. Oh. He's got me. He's got me. I'm lagging. No. Come on. Push through the lag. We did it. Woo. Just barely. Okay, that combat. I was feeling like it was going to be a little too Dark Souls-y, but I was wrong. You're really zooming around with those crouch dodges. It looks ridiculous, but it plays great. Oh, alright. So now we got to jump over there. Oh, nope. The bridge was invisible. Never mind. I thought we had to make that jump, but apparently the bridge was just invisible. As bridges do. As bridges be. So what do we get for defeating a boss? What super awesome power up do we get here? You gonna talk to me? No? The demo break? Give me something. I just beat the boss. Give me my reward. Let me sit in your throne or something. Do I have to attack you? Is it because I'm on controller? If I play with mouse and keyboard, will you give me my prize? No? Okay, well, I don't know if the demo's broken or what, but he does not want to talk to us right now. So I guess we'll go back where we came from. And I don't know what. Oh, no, I guess not. I guess they destroyed the bridge. I don't think that's a part of the game. I don't think the disappearing bridges are a part of the game. All right, we died. Let's come back here. Will you talk to us now? No? Okay, so definitely that dude's not doing anything. I know we've talked about this before, but it's really hard, like, you know, when you do game reviews, you want to be honest. If a game's not good, a game's not good, right? But you know that someone poured their heart and soul into it, right? Like, someone is proud of this, and so going out and saying bad things about this is just going to be like, dude, I worked hard on that. Like, you don't want to be a jerk, but at the same time, like, someone out there is proud of this, and I'm not certain if they should be. I think we're soft locked. We'll try one more time, but I think we're stuck. I think we're stuck bad. All right, fingers crossed. Talk to us, dude. Tell us what we've won. And we've won nothing. Okay, well, I guess that's why they included a start over button, so I guess we will start over. We took a lot of damage, but we dealt a lot of damage. Okay, some endgame stats is pretty good. And we have 70 legacy and some achievements. We've unlocked some new cards to put in our deck. That's pretty cool. Okay, that's a really good card. Whenever you drain a card, restore health so you can heal up by giving up some of your power. $181 cards. Some traits to unlock. Oh, and I can unlock some. Okay, so I can go right back in. Can I buy a card? No, you unlock cards through challenges, but I can unlock a trait, so let's see what we can unlock here. I can gain mana for getting rid of a card if I got a little bit more legacy. When nearby enemy is bleeding, your gray health does not deplete. When you surge, inflict weakness on nearby enemies. Okay. When Frenzy is active, more critical hit. Let's unlock that one. So what happens when we unlock a trait? So now we just bring that into our next run. And I can select my vessel. Okay, so you get like some character choice. That's pretty cool. So now we're playing as someone different. And I assume we just walk out and here we go. Troll King's here. Hello, Troll King. Here for the daily serving of waffles. Glad to have you. Am I going to get the Harry Potter game? Yes. I have the Harry Potter game is coming from Gamefly. I will hopefully have it on Friday. And we will be playing the Harry Potter game. Ooh, unique run animation. That's very nice. That's a very cool little touch. I like that. Ooh. Definitely not digging this character as much. The sword's a little bit harder to use. Directors and executive directors have it good. They report to the chairperson. The only thing I'm worried about the Harry Potter game, and this has already happened to some people, and while I am not important enough for this to happen, we have experienced hate raids before, and apparently there are a lot of people doing hate raids on people who are playing the Harry Potter games right now because, I don't know, something about J.K. Rowling. I don't keep up with all the drama, so I don't exactly know why people hate Harry Potter, but apparently it's enough that people are doing huge hate raids on it. So I am a little worried about that. I wonder who that is, who has the least tolerance. Anyone who's played your levels. So I'm not excited to potentially have to endure hate raids for playing a video game. I think that's obnoxious and terrible, but I'm also not gonna not play the game because I'm worried about it, you know? Like, that's essentially then the terrorists win if they can scare people away from playing the game with their horrible tactics, right? So, holy cow, this camp is horrible. Oh goodness, we're in trouble. It's because she came out as anti-trans and homophobic, so people have been boycotting her. It's the anti-trans stance she has. I think she's stupid. Sorry, part of the message is cut off from the auto mod. Well, I definitely got to be careful what you say these days. That is without a doubt true. But that brings up the whole conversation that's really hard on death of the author, right? If you can't enjoy something because the person who created it is a bad person or has done something wrong, like, well, you can't enjoy America then because all the founding fathers obviously had a lot wrong that they did by today's standards. And of course, all the classic musical artists, half the major scientists in the world were Catholic scientists who came up with the Big Bang Theory was first proposed by a Catholic priest. So, and people obviously hate on Catholic priests for a lot of reasons. So if you can't enjoy something because someone did something wrong or bad, I think we definitely need to look at like the whole death of the author where you separate the two pieces of work. Just because someone's a bad person doesn't mean that they can't create something good, and vice versa, right? So it's a really hard topic, and I understand, especially when the author's still alive, it's a lot harder than when they're literally dead, and then death of the author can be taken a lot more literally. A lot of books, I assume a lot of older books were written by people who by today's standards would be absolutely horrible people, but that doesn't detract from the literature that they've created, right? The impact they've had on history with their stuff. So I can't necessarily support hate raids because of that. I just don't like J.K. Rowling or Harry Potter. I read Harry Potter as a kid. I got to like book 4 before I got bored of it. I've never seen the movies really, so I don't really know a whole lot about Harry Potter, so I'm hoping I can still enjoy the game even without being like huge into the fandom. But we'll see. Love R. Kelly's music, his personal life, not so much. I mean, we all agree that R. Kelly has done some terrible things, but Remix to Ignition is an amazing beat. I Believe I Can Fly, he did a wonderful rendition of that. Ignition, of course, the remix is good, Ignition is good. So yeah, R. Kelly has created some amazing music. I understand why if people say, you know what, I don't want to listen to his music, so I don't support the artist because he's still alive. I do understand that to a degree, but like, I just think it's silly to try and say that Remix to Ignition is not good because the artist was bad. Like, that is an absolute bop. It is one of the few, I don't know, what genre is R. Kelly? He's not rap, right? It's considered like R&B. Like, he's one of the few R&B artists that I absolutely love. And I know that we don't talk much about musical opinions on this channel because musical opinions make all y'all mad when I talk about Prince's discount Michael Jackson or, things like that. So we tend to steer clear of music, but I think we can all agree that Remix to Ignition is an amazing song. Should have sang I Believe I Can Fly straight to jail. I mean, I don't even think... Did R. Kelly even go to jail? I'm pretty sure he never even spent a day in jail. I thought that was like part of the outrages because, he was so rich and all that he just got away with it. We're not going to bring up Prince. Okay. Okay, but... Oh, he's in jail right now? Well, again, shows how much I keep up on the musical scene. We do have to talk about Prince because there is one thing I have to ask, which is there's the whole thing of the artist formerly known as Prince. Like, what was that all about? I have no idea. I've heard people say that, but I don't know anything about that. So what is that? What is that whole thing about? Is that like Hannah Montana, Miley Cyrus thing where it's like split personality, or what? What was the artist formerly known as Prince bit all about? Was Miley Cyrus Hannah Montana, or was that someone else? He changed his name into a symbol. That's what the symbol meant. Oh, okay. That sort of makes sense, I guess. Like Oprah. Cher, I guess, maybe. Am I close? Is it supposed to make sense? Did anyone find that made sense in the day? Was it like you had to be there sort of thing, or? It was a literal symbol? Okay. So it was like an @ sign. Like, how do you... So it was like an @ sign. He's like, how do you pronounce that? You pronounce that as the artist formerly known as Prince. Okay. Did it make sense at the time? Where people just like, yeah, it makes sense. Let's do that. Or are people like, no, that's Prince. You're out of your mind. And when was this? Like, I'm gonna... Forgive me, I'm probably gonna insult people, but like Prince was like the 60s, right? 70s, so that would have been shocking for the time, something different for the time. Like, when I think of Prince, I think old people music, so late 90s? Okay, so I'm way off on that. I mean, that, it can't be the late 90s, right? Because, like, Shrek came out in 2001, so you're telling me Shrek and Prince were at the height of popularity around the same time? No, Prince was 70s. Okay, so he wasn't relevant anymore, and it was like a publicity thing. That I understand. These little goblins are going to absolutely kill us. These things are horrible. Mid-90s was when he changed his name and he was relevant. Okay, I'm going to contest that with... And I know you're not going to like this. I know you're not going to like it. But if he was relevant, why had I never heard of him? Like... You would think someone that relevant in pop culture, some random kid from Oregon would have heard of. I'm just saying. You're one of the very few. The only Prince I knew at the time was the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And I stand by Will Smith's clean rap. It was very good. I like Will Smith's rap. He's got some good stuff. Which we're watching through the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air right now because it was Hulu got the full series, so we've been watching through the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And like the first 3 seasons were pretty solid. Then season 4 started where they introduced a baby and, they changed Vivian's actor, and it seems to have fallen very, very hard. Like, I know that like the whole trope is when you introduce a new character or introduce a baby, it means the show is failing, but apparently that was still true way back in the 80s and 90s because, not going so well. We're still going to probably finish the series, or... There's at least 2 episodes that Emmy needs to see. There's 2 legendary episodes, which is the last episode, and then, of course, the really famous, Why Don't He Want Me Man story with his dad. So I'm going to make her at least watch 2 more episodes, but it is falling hard. Very, very hard. MASH is starting to fall off a little bit too. Emmy said that the reviews said that it didn't fall off because they lost a lot of the actors within the first 4 seasons, but I don't know. They're flanderizing a lot of the characters, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish MASH. But I have enjoyed it. I have enjoyed MASH. Did you get to the episode where his date was all fake? MASH or Fresh Prince? I don't think I've gotten that far in either. Gert's here. Welcome in, Gert. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I don't think we've gotten to that episode on Fresh Prince yet. These Raven Towers are way, way too far spread out. How am I? I'm a little tired. I'm going back to work, driving all the way up to my office, and so days are a little bit longer, a little bit more travel time. Like it takes its toll on you. So I'm a little bit more tired these days than I have been recently, but I've got vacation coming up here soon, which is really good. I'm ready for vacation. Staying busy with the faith. Yes, I've been talking with Emmy a little bit recently about, Lent is coming up, so trying to figure out what we're going to do for Lent. And I've got quite a bit of things planned for Lent. I want to read the Bible more. I want to do more prayer, spend more time with God. I'm going to try. This one's going to be really hard because I'm really bad about spending money. And when I have a hard time saving because I like to buy things and I spend too much money. So I'm going to try 40 days of not buying anything except for like food is the obvious exception, like food for my lunch or for like groceries for work. Food will be the exception, and then like gas to get to work, obviously need to get gas. So I'm going to try and buy nothing but the absolute bare minimum essentials for 40 days, and we'll see how well that goes. Yeah, I did do that last year. Last year I tried not doing Dutch Brothers. I tried not to do like treats and things like that. But I'm gonna go full on nothing. No camera gear. No sort of stuff. I do that now, but it's because I'm poor, not religious. March 12th is also almost here. It is coming up. I am staying busy with the Saints. I'm not doing so much reading with the Saints these days. Still my main man, Saint Raphael, the Archangel, being my confirmation saint, of course, always has a special place. I might try and do the Bible in the year in 40 days, but that's a lot. That's like 4 hours of Bible a day. I don't know if I'll be able to do that. Do I know it's on March 12th? I thought that was St. Patrick's Day, but I'm pretty sure that's actually March 18th. So March 12th must be St. Gemma's confirmation, or not confirmation, feast day. I'm guessing. If I know Gert well enough, I'm going to be right. St. Gemma's birthday. Close. Very close. I'm excited for Ash Wednesday. I'm excited for Easter to come up. My RCIA director, who does a lot of stuff with the church, said I might be able to do some pictures on Easter, and I would love to get to do some photography, videography, some work for the church on Easter. So here's hoping. April 11th is her feast day. That's something, honestly, maybe I should also include that in my commitments. Is I'm really bad about feast days. Like our RCIA director recommended that that we do at least one feast day a month to be involved in the faith and keep the faith going and all of that. So I've been really bad about doing one feast day a month, so I really need to get more on that. Saint Gemma died on Holy Saturday in 1903. I would have never guessed that. So maybe I'll add that one to the list. Doing one feast. I mean, it's 40 days, so there's really only 2 months involved, but building the habit, right? Or maybe doing like weekly. Like I don't have to feast. I don't have to have a huge dinner, turkey legs and all that, but maybe like a weekly small feast and tribute to build the habit might be worthwhile. You went to the movies today? What'd you see? I've been sort of trying to convince Emmy to watch the new Puss in Boots. I've heard actually good things about it, so I kind of want to see it, but I'm not certain on it. Avatar 2. That is one I'm going to wait for to come to DVD. The first Avatar did not blow me away enough to spend money on it at a movie theater. I know Bubble just went and saw the new Avatar not long ago. I don't know. Avatar just never really drew me in. Unless we're talking Avatar The Last Airbender, because they have blown me away, and their new stuff is hopefully going to be just as amazing. They have to make movies about saints. They do make some movies about saints. They're on Formed. It's just, unfortunately, for some reason, most of the time when you're talking about Christian movie makers, there's not exactly a budget when it comes to those. But Father Stu, not technically a saint, but that was a really good. Father Stu was actually a really good movie, and I hear the Padre Pio movie is going to be really good when and if that finally gets any traction. So maybe we'll start to get some more saint movies and Christian movies. Maybe. When am I stopping streaming? I am going to be stopping here soon, actually. I promised Emmy that I was only going to stream for an hour today, and I just now hit about an hour and 5 minutes, so I'm I'm basically almost done. So glad you could drop by. I know you gotta go to sleep here soon, but I appreciate you coming by and saying hello. We will finish with prayer time when we finish up. Yep. That is also a habit I am trying to rebuild and do good on. Always more stuff to pray for in the world, sadly. That's all right. Take it easy. You're not going to miss much, Swallow. We're about ready to finish up here soon. So thank you for stopping by. We'll see you next time. I hopefully should stream once more this week, not tomorrow. Emmy's giving blood tomorrow, so we are going to be doing that for sure tomorrow. So nothing there. Do a prayer to Saint Gemma if you want. I think we can make some time for that. I can do that, Gert. I'm not so much digging this open world. It's very empty. Like, yes, it's great that there's an open world, but when it's just this, like, what is the point of an open world if you're just gonna put trees and grass in it and nothing else? No viewpoints, no secrets, no treasures. Like, I don't get it. What's the point of this? What's happened there? Why did I poof up in smoke? Was that a secret? Did I just press a button? Oh, maybe I accidentally hit my shield. Huh. Alright, well, I think it's time we wrap it up anyways. Like I said, I only wanted to stream for an hour today. So, let's do that. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Lord, thank you for this blessed day. Today we pray for those who are homeless, those who don't have enough, those who are going hungry, those who do not have shelter. Lord, bring them all comfort and joy, and help us, your sons and daughters, to recognize them as your children of God who need our help. Help us to open our hearts to all those that we've hardened our hearts to. Lord, I pray that you help to bring more people to you through our Lord Jesus Christ. Lord, thank you so much for all that you do, all the blessings you give. As we prepare for Ash Wednesday, help us to prepare to receive you into us. Help us to come closer to you as these days kind of draw closer of Ash Wednesday and, of course, Easter. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Now we'll do a prayer for Saint Gemma. Saint Gemma, please help out Gert with all their prayers that are silent that I do not know, and help us to pray for those who are currently in purgatory, those who are most in need of prayer, those who are about to be welcomed into the kingdom of God. Please pray for them, Saint Gemma. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Thank you, everyone, for joining me today. Again, I will not be streaming tomorrow, but hopefully Friday or Saturday we will have a stream going. So thank you all for hanging out today. Pleasure to hang out with all of you, and we'll see you again soon. Have a blessed day.